Hey YouTube, this is Tom Crandall from Gear Mashers. And today we're talking Rogue and specifically their Echo bike. This is an assault bike and you've seen probably other ones on the market. So considering like Schwinn makes the Airdyne. These have been around for a long time. What makes Rogues a little bit unique is the construction of the bike. It's a pretty heavy bike, it's about 127 pounds. The actual fans in here are made of steel, super solid. You're not going to have to worry about this bike breaking down on you. The other unique thing with this is it is a belt drive bike rather than a chain drive, and so you don't have to fiddle with any oils or lubes or anything like that. Belts in general last a pretty good long time. I had some bikes with belt drives and Gates carbon drive, and they work great. So when you order this, it's $725, and then you pay tax, and then the shipping, at least for now, is free, which is great. And then the bike will come in a pretty big box, and so it comes in pieces. It's pretty easy to put together. They do include tools, or if you have some other tools you want to use, you can use those as well. So what it comes with is it'll be supplied with 2 pedals. Those are easy to put on. Also has 2 arms, so you can put those on as well. And then the feet on the bike, on the front, they have sort of I would just call them like a rollerblade type wheels for moving the bike around. And so you have to lift the bike up from the back and then move it forward. Now, one issue I have already with this is if I wanted to move it closer to the wall, I sort of have to slide it. I can't use the wheels because there aren't any wheels in the rear of the bike, which I think would be nice. Probably be nice to have them both in the front and the rear. So that's one negative, I think. They also make an accessory, a larger set of wheels. So if you wanted to roll this out in the grass or something like that, you could get that. But most people aren't going to be doing that. Most people are going to have this on a hard surface. Like I have mine on horse mats. So the rollerblade wheels work fine. The seat, I was a little concerned that the seat was going to be sort of goofy and fat, but actually it's really nice. I'm a pretty big cyclist, and normally I have a much smaller seat, but for this, you're not really on the bike usually that long, and the seat's pretty comfortable. So, and you're not wearing like bike shorts or anything like that. So, I'm fine with the seat. You can raise the height of the seat post. It goes up to 8 different positions, and then you can slide the seat forward and aft, and they have 7 different positions on that. So that's pretty cool. It comes with a monitor. One thing that I did find is in early morning workouts, the monitor doesn't have a backlight, or at least mine doesn't. And so that can be sort of a pain because it's harder to see what you're looking at. With respect to the monitor, I like the Concept 2 monitor a little bit better. It just feels like it's a little bit more professional. This one's good. The buttons are really easy to use, but it just feels cheaper than the bike itself. I think where they probably tried to save a little bit of money was in the monitor. But the bike itself is just, it's a beast. It's 127 pounds, so it's super solid. They use steel for the fans, and so you're not going to have to worry about them. Now, an accessory you can get is a wind guard, and so it's just a piece that would go right here, and that would stop the wind from coming up. But anybody that's used this bike, it's actually nice to have the wind blowing through there as you're working out. So I ordered the wind guard, but then as I started using this, I feel like I don't want to have the wind guard on there. Maybe in the wintertime when I'm out in the garage and it's cold, I might put the wind guard on. But all in all, I think this bike is just, it's legit. So let me show you what it looks like here. I'm just going to hop on and I'm going to do, say, 5 calories. So it's not very long, but you can see what So when you get on here, you can have different things that you can set it up as. They have some intervals, a 20-10 interval and a 10-20 interval. So 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You can also do custom intervals, and then you can do it based on time, distance, total calories, and then also heart rate. I'm not sure what the heart rate monitor they use on this, so anyway, so we're gonna try for calories, and we're just gonna go for 5, just show you what it looks like. So I'm at 400, 500 watts, 600 watts right now. I'm at 2 calories. So I got it up to about 700 watts. And I mean, that was only about 20 seconds worth of working out. And you can see I'm pretty winded. So yeah, it's definitely a good workout. So if you're thinking about getting this, one thing you might want to think about is the space it actually uses. All right, yeah, that was a good little burner. So the height's 52 inches or 53, and the length is 58. So just about from here to the back. The one thing that's cool about this is the legs are a little wider than on, say, the Schwinn Airdyne. So the bike doesn't move around as much, which is really good. I'm about, I guess, 160 pounds. So when I was pushing it pretty hard, I don't think you saw a ton of movement. Yeah, so it's a good workout. I was impressed with the pedals that they included. A lot of times when you get a workout bike, they give you sort of cheap pedals. The pedals probably aren't that expensive, but they grip really well. They have these little bumps on them, so they grip just regular tennis shoes well. The other thing is, if you want a phone to like put on here, you can do that. They have a phone holder. They also, if you want to put a water bottle cage on here, you can do that as well. And if you just want to do a hand workout rather than the foot or legs, you can rest your feet up here and just work your arms. I think it's probably easier just to pedal and just not really do much with your legs and just do your arms. And when you use this assault bike, you'll find that you'll switch power a lot of times between your legs and your arms, depending on how tired you are. For me, the way I've been using this right now is also have a Concept 2 rower, and so what I'll do is I'll usually do about 4 sets. So I'll hop on my Concept 2, do about 500 meters, then I'll jump on the assault bike and do about 15 calories. So 15 calories for me, I usually, when I'm doing that workout, I'll keep it around 330, 360 watts, and it takes about maybe a minute or so. Then I'll jump over here to my incline bench and do some curls, and then also have a kettlebell, so I'll jump on that and do some kettlebell swings, and then I'll go back to the Concept 2 and do it all over again. And so I'll do 4 sets of that, and by the end I'm totally sweating, and just really good workout. I'm super impressed with this. I mean, I'm 55 now. I've seen assault bikes pretty much my whole life, and I thought they were sort of a joke. And you know, some of the early models, obviously, they weren't beefy like this, and so I don't know. This just feels like it's definitely industrial, commercial, and it's just a cool looking bike. Now, every once in a while, Rogue, what they'll do is they'll have some assault bikes where they'll tweak something. Maybe they'll paint the color different, and so I think they had one for breast awareness or something like that, and they painted the fans pink. They also had another one that had blue, and I think it was like a gray color instead of the black. So just if you want a different color option, right now they just have the black, but every now and then they'll have some limited edition ones where they'll have different color options. But all in all, what's really cool about this is it tends to hold its value. So if you buy it and then you decide, I don't want this anymore, you usually can sell it for probably at least $700. And then maybe pick up something else. But this is going to be with us for a while. I think it's just a good workout. And you saw, I was only doing 5 calories. By the end, I was like really sucking wind. And I consider myself an endurance athlete. So, I go out and run 7 miles every other day, and I've run 100 miles. I've done lots of Ironmans and marathons and things like that. So this is definitely a workout. Now, what a lot of people do is they use these for HIIT workouts, so high intensity workouts, and it will kick your butt. With the intervals that they have on there, the 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or however you want to do it, that's a pretty brutal workout. And realistically, when I get off this after doing 15 calories and then start doing some curls or something like that, I'm still sucking wind for probably half of the curl session. And then I jump in and do the kettlebell swings, and I'm just catching my breath, and then I jump back on to the Concept 2. So anyway, hope you like this review. I think you're going to really like this bike if you decide to get it. As far as negatives, there's not a lot really. When I sweat a lot, my hands get a little sweaty, and so the handles themselves get a little slippery. I think the fan is nice, having the wind coming up through here. The monitor, since it doesn't have that backlight, at least mine doesn't, that would be something I would want them to add, and just maybe make the monitor look a little more, I don't know, it just seems cheap to me. Well, anyway, I hope you like this review. Definitely check out, I have a website called gearmasters.com. Check that out, and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.